Emma Raducanu has struggled to find consistent form since her shock victory at the US Open last September, but there are signs which suggest that might be about to change. The teenager has recorded back-to-back wins in her first ever WTA tournament on clay as she builds towards a busy summer of tennis. Only a week ago, the 19-year-old had never played a single professional tennis match on a clay court. But she was victorious in the first one in the Billie Jean King Cup before a defeat the following day, and has since followed that up by winning her first 2 matches at the Stuttgart Open. After dropping only 3 games in a dominant victory over Storm Sanders, Raducanu overcame a second-set wobble to dispatch Tamara Korpach, who benefited from the support of the home crowd. It is the first time she has won 2 matches in a row since last October. Overall, I feel like Tamara came out in the second set and played some unbelievable tennis, she said on court after marking that milestone. I didn't even think I was making too many mistakes, but I dropped the ball slightly short and she was all over it. For me, it was just about regrouping for the third set and trying to stay aggressive. Raducanu has a difficult task ahead to continue her winning form. She faces none other than world number 1 Iga Swiatek in the quarter-finals and will have to be at the peak of her powers to avoid defeat. But there are signs that the young Briton can make this week in Germany a landmark one in her nascent WTA Tour career. Winning 3 of your first 4 professional games on clay is certainly no mean feat, but that is what the teenager has managed to do. Despite having not played a competitive game on this surface for several years, Raducanu has taken to it like a duck to water and produced some strong results. She is not naive enough to believe that there are not improvements that can still be made. I think it's definitely the duration of the points. That's something that I need to just work on as I spend more time on clay, and it will improve my craftiness and variety as well of shots, she said. But it can only be a good sign that she is already comfortable on what can be a very tricky surface to master. A strong mentality. Considering the frenzy around her ever since her win in New York, it's not difficult to imagine Raducanu might have struggled with the attention. But her performances so far in Stuttgart have showed a woman whose focus is exactly where it needs to be, keeping concentration and winning points. She used it to great effect to bounce back from losing the second set and kill off the game against Korpach. And even though the 6-1, 6-2 scoreline made her victory over Sanders look like a walk in the park, there were a lot of lengthy points which tested both her physical and mental endurance. I feel like there were many long deuce games, so I'm very happy to have battled through against Storm, was Raducanu's assessment. You know, she's played 2 matches in qualifying, but she's a great opponent. We played last year and it was extremely tricky, so I'm just really happy to have somehow found a way to come through those long games and put on a good performance. A return to fitness? A major issue behind her inconsistent form has been a susceptibility to niggling injuries which have disrupted her momentum. The most recent was a painful blister on her right foot which caused her a lot of pain and discomfort as she was thoroughly dispatched by Marketa Vondrousova in the Billie Jean King Cup. But after back-to-back victories she is looking fit and strong, which can only be a good sign, perhaps that her body is getting more resilient to the demands of life on the WTA Tour. The 8th seed has declared that worrying less about physical issues has helped her to swing more freely in the last 2 matches. At the US Open, I think the biggest thing was just having zero expectation and just going out there and having fun every single match, having a swing, Raducanu concluded. I think that's something that over time I've definitely developed and starting to do more and more, so yeah, I'm just really enjoying my tennis at the moment.